favorite film is awful.
The fact that this thing can take you in your fucking dreams is a great fucking concept. It's terrifying. The scene when we see that I forgot her name, is murdered.
Tina.
Like the bit when it cuts out of the dream and you're watching it from the boyfriend's perspective, or the lover's, or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Rod,
perspective,
yeah.
Rod's perspective. It's fucking creepy. It's really terrifying. So
Brutal.
like getting like fucking thrown about and shit, and like cut up. I was like, fuck, that's fucking great. The effects are fantastic as well. I mean, as well as 90 minutes fucking flies by. I'll tell you what it does, which is why it's one of my favourite horrors, because I think it's incredibly fun, is that it's delivering on the promise of the premise constantly. Like, it's not, you have a build up to it, but then once the build up's there, but then once the build up's there, there's no breathing time now. It's just constant, like, dream after dream, fun effects, like fun scare scenes, like, and you don't really get that really in horror films, and I think it really makes it fly by. Personally, I think. And I like how it gets sort of creepier. The scares get more... He gets a bit more playful, doesn't he, as they come along.
It's like cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think even from the first time you see Freddy, he's just having a whale of a time.
Yeah, he is. And that's why I love him, though. He's just...
The pleasure he gets of tormenting them is... Yeah,
he's having a great time, isn't he? But, like, also, I think it was the first horror movie where the killer sort of spoke so much and made jokes. I think it was one of the first ones. If you think about it, like, you had like Halloween and Jason, so you had Mike Myers and Jason, very like, don't say anything, just chop, kill. I think it was quite a big sort of...
his personality.
Yeah, I think it was quite a big leap, actually, to try and give it personality and add humour to it. I think that was quite not groundbreaking, but like...
It was new.
Yeah, I guess so,
And even from like, just because you've got the other two, it helps him stand out against the crowd and being like,
I agree.
Hey, these guys may be bigger and stronger and really fuck you up worse, but I will talk to you. And come on, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's weird. It's like, you have to think of the context at the time. Like, the reason why people think it's garbage now is because it's like full of cliches, but like, this is the type of film that created the cliches. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
I mean, in the first one, I think there was a good line of his comedy and the whole horror aspect as well. Like, to be fair, in the sequels, like, I guess that's when it sort of became a thing where he was like, oh, he is just a jester that kills people, basically.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where that came from. But yeah, in the first one, I think it's like so spot on. They've just got like the tone right, the one-liners. It's
because like, you'll be laughing 1 minute, and I don't get when people get annoyed about tonally mixing things. Like, I mean, earlier we were talking about Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Like, that's probably one of the first examples of the horror and comedy put together, and it works great. Like, obviously, it's not as scary as like Nightmare on Elm Street and the films we get today, but I really like that they're playing with the tone. I really like the 1 minute it's like you're laughing, next minute you're fucking shitting your pants. Like, I love the scene in the hallway, in the school hallway, when it's pulling the body along.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
so
arm.
good.
And the body bag. Yeah, I just... Because I think 1 minute there'll be a one like kill where you're like laughing, oh, that was really cool or whatever, and the next minute there'll be something like, that's actually a bit disturbing to look at. Like, there's something really disturbing about the body bag and the way...
And it's her friend as well, and you can... Yeah, I know what you mean.
The effects are coming... do you know what as well? I think that all the effects still hold up today, apart from 2.
Okay.
And they happen right at the end. I think the...
I know the one you mean.
Okay. Say what you're going to say, and then I want to ask you a question about one of the effects that works.
Okay, so the effect when Freddy eventually dies and turns into like a cosmic space thing, that obviously that doesn't hold up. Which is interesting though, and I'd like to pose a question.
Thing?
Well, it becomes a bit cosmic.
At the very end, like, she turns her back to him, and then he like bursts into like light.
Which makes me think he's almost some sort of cosmic being a little bit, which I think I like the idea of.
Oh, it's kind of cool,
yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that he goes into her dreams anyway is quite...
it's that sort of thing
isn't
anyway,
And the other one is
I know
the
what you're
mum
going to say.
at the end, the famous one.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
She
just
pulls
pulled through the window.
Even when I was a kid and watched it, I was like, that's a dummy.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
No, it is so good. That's what I'm saying. I think the film knows that and is having a great time with it.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel those two that don't work kind of go together because, like, the big theory is, because it's not said, but she's dead.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like all those people in that scene have been killed, so it's only natural that she was dead too. And then that nice fog is death, I guess. And then he's still fucking with them, pulling them through. But the one that works So you know when Tina goes past her back garden into the back alley, and Freddy does his stretchy arms?
Oh, it's fantastic. What are you talking about?
Mr. Tickle.
And even as he's like walking towards, you can see like the big
Yeah,
jaw
you
roots.
can see it. I love
I
it.
think you can even see like some of the string they're using.
Yeah. I love it though.
So fun.
It adds to it. But then I feel like in the rules of the world, you could just be like,
It's meant to be
he's meant to be a puppet. He's just fucking with him. So that's why I don't really mind that so
that's
much.
the
But I know what you mean.
excuse.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
Yeah, that's I get away with a lot with this movie. It's a
Exactly.
great idea. I just love. I really think the effects are really fun. And then when they're nasty, they're really nasty. Like the effect of the coming through the. I know we've seen it loads of times.
Oh, that is
now.
a classic.
Through the wall.
Yes.
It's just so unnerving.
It is unnerving.
Really, like. And when he comes out the bed sheet and he just like rips himself out. I don't know, it's just something really...
I think it's
a
'cause it's
great
so simple.
Visual idea. It is so
As
simple.
well.
You're right. And there's something that just really works about it. Didn't you think?
Yeah, because I mean, in the remake, they tried to redo that whole wall thing again, and they just CGI messed it, and it was like,
But I don't get...
It's
That
over the
bit
top.
doesn't make any sense to me, the CGI, because I'm like, that looks fucking great. Why would you do that as CGI? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things in CGI I totally understand, but like, the wall one will forever be hold up, because it's not really like... Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily... different. Do you know what I mean? I don't quite understand that, to do that in CGI. Like, that's when I get bothered with CGI in films, is when it comes across like it's almost like laziness. And I know that CGI takes a lot of time, and a lot of people put a lot of effort into it. And I'm not saying it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy to do. I'm not saying that. And I know it costs money as well. But I think it's more just the fact of like shooting it, the effort of shooting it and creating this thing that's going to go wrong. I think people are just like, oh, we can just do it sitting on a computer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, it's the like. Do you put the money in pre-production and buy all the supplies so you can do this real? We'll put it into post-production and do it in the edit.
Exactly.
And I think that's where it comes. It's just like, oh yeah, we probably should have done this. Ah, well, CGI, it will make it better, or it'll make it look prettier, or fix that mistake that we didn't do.
Oh, exactly.
I guess it was a different time as well. Like when Wes Craven made that, it was. I think I've read that. I don't know if this is true, but I think the company, because I think it was like it's New Line Cinema, and I think it was like I think it might have been one of their first films. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how much they had, but I don't think it was really a lot, and they were worried they were going to go bankrupt, the company. I think they weren't sure it was going to even be a hit, and it wasn't till I think either the main actress or Wes Craven himself or Robert Englund, who plays Freddy, was like, they didn't know what was going to happen, and then one day they see outside a cinema just these queues of people to see this film, and they were like, oh shit. This is gonna go.
We're
somewhere.
fine. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's fine here.
It is so much fun though.